Week 3 of the preseason is fini. Or was it week 4? That stupid Hall of Fame game really screws up the nomenclature. But I digress. We've already witnessed Ken Tompkins vault up draft boards after a huge game. And many feel a whole lot better about David Wilson today than they did last week. That's great, but most drafts are in the books. So now's the moment to pad the back end of your bench before the season starts. And here are 3 names to add to your watch list at the very least. This is Mayo's Triple Play, Preseason Risers. When Michael Crabtree went down, it left a gaping void in the Niners' passing game. The additions of Anquan Boldin and John Baldwin help, I suppose, but there's definitely an opportunity for another wideout to emerge into a legit fantasy threat. Could be Marlon Moore. And no, he doesn't play for the Dolphins anymore. That really just shows how under the radar he really is. No visual evidence of him even being on the team. Moore picked up another 3 catches this weekend and has now started every game for San Fran in the preseason. He's proving to be a solid outside presence and continues to see reps with the first team. So what was that name? Marlon Moore. Remember it. Quentin Patton, too. Playing 2 quarterback leagues or just a super deep format with very little depth? And shockingly, Terrell Pryor could make a nice stash. Yeah, he has the ability to pile up yards through the air and with his legs. Plus, the Raiders are god-awful and will be playing from behind 98% of the time, always keeping the offense vertical. Pryor could post terrific garbage time numbers. And as for Matt Flynn, he's suffering from arm soreness at the moment, but that's just not true. He just can't throw the ball more than 13 yards. The third receiver spot in New Orleans is never a consistent provider of fantasy goodness. But as Devery Henderson has proven in his time in the role, there are a few big games to be had, because this happens to be a prolific offense. And it's come down to Kenny Stills and Nick Toon for the job. Now, for fun teaming name purposes, I really hope Toon gets a gig. But it's not looking that way. Stills has emerged over the past 3 games as a semi-legitimate option. He won't be reliable, but definitely worthy of a last-round flyer. The third receiver spot in New Orleans has never been a prick. Yeah, he's never been a prick. I always liked Devery Henderson.